1:30 a.m. Saturday, April 4th. Decided to do a quick update. I'm watching some videos on YouTube. I'm not sure how this is going to work with my sound coming out of the same fucking whatever, but anyway. I'm watching, it looks like about 5, maybe 7 people. It's happening super fast motion. Like they have a 17-minute video where there's a bunch of people working on a project together. And you see it get light and dark and light and dark. So it's a couple of days at least with all these different individuals. And it's a small project really. But the things they're going through and showing me is pretty interesting. It's from a good foundation. And I want to mention something here for the bushcraft people. We got, here's an idea. Big combustion chamber, medium-sized opening, and then have the exhaust really small. Try single exhaust, try dual exhaust, try triple exhaust, I don't know. But small, and that's what I've noticed in a lot of these videos. Once they heat it up properly, there's a process involved. I'm thinking about the Dakota Fire Pit, the Canadian Candle, Fatwood. I started a fire the other day with a fucking magnifying glass. I haven't done that since I was a kid. And I used to grab some shavings from the... And I started off with a knife and ended up... Oh, hang on. I can't see if this is shown on the video. I got to pull up another screen here. There, okay. I take it off, but there's a big chunk of my knuckle comes off if I pull the bandage off. I was using a knife. It's weird, because a few seconds earlier I thought, fuck, this is awkward. Whoops! Fortunately, I just gotten some Band-Aids and I put it in my survivor pack that my mother gave me just a little while ago. I kept brushing off thinking it wasn't necessary, and you know what? This time I thought, fuck, it really helped. There's a lot of really cool things about our modern technology and about the modern conveniences. And as I'm going through these videos and watching all the work being done for to accomplish the basic survival stuff, one of them, Bearded Bushman or something. Oh, fuck. I wish I had the names. You know what? You guys got a track on this. You'll be able to review what I saw just by checking online. For some of you, this is an easy process and brings it up like a movie. But they're building an earthen oven kind of thing here. And this Chinese girl, she's shown how by cultivating the land, we can have more food than we can eat for certain parts of the year. And it's difficult in the winter. I'm getting to a lot of different things here. As I review this, I take notes later, and I can build on what I've already said, because it kind of builds a pathway for my own psyche. Ugh, haven't been feeling very good at all for the last probably week or more. Getting over a super bad backache. So I'm a little fatigued. Only been up for a couple hours, and watching these videos, because basically... You know when you got the wind kicked out of your sails and you just think, oh, fuck. I'm feeling like that. So, after watching an hour or two of videos about men, their survivalists going out and picking kilograms of berries, 5-10 fish a day for 2 guys. My dad fed 4 boys, including himself. No, wait a minute. Yeah, including himself. Effortlessly. Just from catching from the rivers. But then if you figure everyone's doing that every day, and our oceans are... I realized something. Killing to eat is almost a guaranteed suicidal approach. If we don't take the time to cultivate the land ourselves, personally, I'm convinced that's the reason you guys all got this COVID-19 shit. It's just another name for the same fucking symptom all across the board. Every fucking year, same thing. And yeah, it's getting worse and worse. So are the fires. So are the extreme weather conditions. And even here in Canada, where I am, it's supposed to be fairly moderate because of all the Great Lakes. We got some extreme fucking changes. It might only, in some places it can change 60 degrees in a matter of hours. Okay, well, that's a lot. But you know what it's like to change 10 degrees in like 30 seconds? Okay, all right. Now you're outside, and the temperature within a matter of hours might go a 15 or 20 degree drop. I don't care how good you are at layering. There's a brain signal that goes, oh fuck, there's something wrong out there. Okay? You just know it. I've been wondering what the animals are doing, because like the rats, at least I assume they're all the rats. I don't hear much of raccoons anymore because I guess Tom's been doing a lot of work here. There's supposed to be some travel thing happening here where, we don't have as much traffic, but down in the valley there, today, trucks like fucking crazy. My sleep has been so badly interrupted lately with all the fucking noise between the landlord and the stupid assholes that are driving down that fucking valley, most of which I'm fucking certain, if I just do a license plate check on, have no fucking business down here. They're going from, say, Niagara-on-the-Lake or, South St. Catharines, North St. Catharines, up to Pelham and stuff like that. Why? Why? Oh my God, I'm inside a soundproof thing right now, and I can actually hear a truck in the valley right now, echoing and booming up. I've been trying to adjust to outdoor living, and you know what the hardest part I'm finding right now? External noise. I'm outside and a blue jay is squawking its fucking head off, and I'm getting mad at the bird, and then I think, wait a minute, that bird is just protesting all the noise from the cars. It's speaking up for the other wildlife that doesn't have a loud enough shrill voice to say anything, and I feel like a coward because I'm not doing it. And yet I call all men that carry guns a coward. All of you that carry a gun are fucked up in the head, sick, twisted cowards. Don't ever assume to be a man if you're carrying one of them, Mr. Police Officer. And I'll explain why I'm so passionate about that very shortly. Not in this video, but another one. Like I said, I'm laying the groundwork for a lot of stuff I plan to talk about. The earthen ovens. Big combustion chamber. Medium-sized opening. Small exhaust. Now, to get that ratio right is a lot of experimentation. I've noticed the other thing is thermal mass, but they're all building above ground. How about cutting it into the ground on the side of the hill? Or building your own hill and etching it into just a big pile of dirt. Dig a hole. Pile the dirt up. I'm already working on this, so don't say, oh, why don't you do it, Dave? There's a lot of people out there working different things, and I'm preparing stuff based on different experiments that have been done by others, that I've done, that I've observed, and the knowledge that I'm gaining. And the knowledge about how to start fire. It's pretty intense. After I cut my knuckle, I had picked up a rock the other day. I was walking up the hill on the other side where I normally haven't done much work for a while. Excuse me a sec. Proper hydration is key. So I drink a lot of piss water. Oh, that should fuck a few of you up. The fuck do you think beer is? Bacteria piss. Anyway, or is it yeast piss? Who the fuck knows? I just like it. Anyway, walking up the hill, I see this incredibly shiny rock. Now, the cool part is I found about 4 or 5 of them at the same time, and they were all different, what do you call it, morphologies of the same thing. One of them was basically, it might even be obsidian, like lava glass or whatever. Really sharp, scratches stainless steel. Knife sharpening, I wonder. Flint knapping. Okay, there's a lot of stuff, but it was of the shape that would fit my palm rounded without me having to hit them sharp edges. So after I cracked my knuckle open with a knife, I sliced like a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch long, fucking right across the knuckle. Didn't feel it at first. It was like, oh, and I opened it up and there's no blood there, and I thought, this does not look healthy. And as I closed it up, I just sucked on it for a few seconds, spit it out, and thought, maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Started working, but 30 seconds later, blood all over my hand. It was everywhere. It was like, oh boy. So I immediately cleaned it out again, poured some beer over it. It stopped bleeding when I poured the beer over it. Then I put a Band-Aid over it, and it's still there a day later. And I haven't suffered any kind of nasty pain in it, which I am so thankful for. Sometimes those cuts can hurt so bad. So I pick up this rock, and I start shaving the shavings off my fat wood, and to my incredible delight, I wish I was feeling better at the time. There wasn't so much noise, or it would have been an actual magical moment for me. But I got really angry because at that moment, motorbikes started going down the fucking valley here. Sirens going off. Landlord's fucking chain. It just fucking drives you nuts. I got headphones on to try and knock it out, and I still can't. I'm on the edge of a Boy Scout camp, the wildlife park, the last Greenland in southern Ontario. Holy fuck! There's something wrong with our priorities. All right, without getting all bent out of shape, because I'm getting good at this get mad and then calm down shit. But, you know, someday you worry, what's if you don't? What's if you don't? I can see how people go batshit fucking crazy. I found that piece of obsidian, it is like a black lava rock glass with really sharp edges. It breaks up into like razor sharp edges. If you turn it the other way, you could easily cut yourself. But when I found that instead of using a knife, I held it like this and went like that on the piece of stick, there was no way for me to possibly slip and hit my hand. I thought, hey, I should have been doing that in the first place. And guess what? It was almost a minute. No, it wasn't. It was about 15, 20 seconds with the knife, and I had enough I could start a tiny little... Okay, but they were bigger shavings. It was hard. It was a lot of work. It's hard on my wrist because they're already fucked up from handcuffs. And with this rock, it was much easier, more comfortable in my body and everything. I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. I liked it right away. And it shaved up into like a fluffy powder. Now, for those of you that work with fatwood, to get that like that with a knife, oh, good luck. Even going on the side of the blade doesn't work. With my hands being so fucked up, they don't work half the time. So when I'm doing that with a knife, I'm always worried that if they go and short circuit, and that's what happened with my knuckle. And first thing I thought of is, that wouldn't have happened if you police had left me the fuck alone and not fucked with my body. You touched me. And now you wonder why you're getting diseases? You make me sick. I hope karma bites you in the fucking ass for it. I wasn't expecting to vent on this subject, but Jesus, funny how everything starts relating when you start getting into the subject. So anyway, I got this nice little ball of fluff. A magnifying glass there. A shitty one that I found in the dirt. It's all scratched up. Got a fire. Lit my cigarette with it as well. Not from the fire I got from the fatwood, but it was just a tiny one, and you know, about a marble-sized area. And I had it on a little piece of rock, and it burned for a couple minutes. And I thought, okay, put some cherry bark on that. It's just like birch bark, except it doesn't smoke as much and sizzle. And it burns really nice. I've heard of cyanide in it, and that might be part of why I'm feeling sick. I don't know. But anyway, I burned it for a little while and realized, okay, that tiny bit of smoke dissipates quick. The fatwood is easy to ignite after you've got that little pile going. You just put another piece in, and they're like fucking flame torches. You can carry them out in the wind, and once they get lit, as long as you keep moving them, they'll burn right to fucking carbon stick. When you're done, you got this awesome charcoal that you can color stuff with. You can actually use it to make artwork and start doing some fun stuff. I realized, you know, all the things they're telling you can't do are the reasons that you're being killed. And if you go ahead and try and do them, they pull you away and put you in a jail cell because they're terrified that you might not be safe. No, they're terrified that... I don't know what they're terrified. Why would they fucking anybody do that to another person? Unless they're fucking cannibals. I don't understand why police lock people up. Why parents lock kids in their bedrooms. Why people force people to do things it's obviously they don't like and don't want. And yet you force them to do it. What the fuck is the matter with you people? Holy fuck. And yet you bitches got the fucking gumption to say, oh, peace and security. Oh, look, we're doing it for your safety. Oh, we care about you. You really cared. I wouldn't have to fucking talk this way. Fact of the matter is, most of you are just not fucking getting it. I deliberately did not attend the mayor's fucking dialogue today. which I kind of promised everyone I was going to be at 2 o'clock, and I've been supporting that stuff for a little while. You know what? As I felt myself feeling sick there, sleeping, I started to think, if I get up and go on that channel right now with the mirror, and that's when I just went back to sleep. No, nothing would happen. I just so disgusted when I went back and looked at it afterwards, like, you know what? This is ridiculous. We're not making any progress. You're not fucking dealing with the issues that really make the difference. How many people know how to get any fucking clean water in this city? 0. Okay. Isn't that great? Be proud of being part of a garden city where there's nobody knows how to get clean water, and yet we got the potential of more water available than anyone in the fucking world. And it's not drinkable. There's no animals out there, so forget about wildlife killing. You can't survive off the land, not even fishing. That's why it's all sports stuff now, which is... You could actually learn how to survive by making gardens, but no, let's go out and do sports. Let's play a game. Locked me in a mental ward for 3 days for assessment because I still haven't figured that one out either. No, I really don't know what the fuck that was about. Just like all them times in jail with the police. You still haven't told me why. And then the mayor sends me a message saying there's nothing to worry about. Oh, and I'm not paranoid now. Right? Holy fuck, what an insane fucking lunatic bin this fucking place is. So, you know why I didn't attend that today? I lost faith. I just wanted to say that to be funny. I never had any faith in the first place. I had hope. At some point, my only hope is to connect with people of like mind, and wasting time on bullshit politicians that aren't doing anything for the people, really. No offense, Walt. I appreciate your online work. But in the end, you'd be better off just saying fuck it and go plant a garden and tell people to look after themselves. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's basically fuck it, go fend for yourselves. At the same time, for family members and people that have been working with me, you know, the only reason I'm even here is because you've managed to create a buffer for me and provide me with extra energies that nature itself can't. And we know we're all living on borrowed time. See, there's no God coming to save you. We're taking the hit for our own irresponsibility. Now, I know for a fact, and I mentioned this before, as a young child, many times I wanted to speak out, and I had to do a lot of mental gymnastics. And those that know me, they know what I'm talking about when they say that. To override the fidgets and that feeling that's there all the time. I used to talk to my dad about it. Male hormones. Okay, well, they drop off at my age. Why are they still there? And yet I take Ritalin and I can at least control that anger a little bit easier, because right now it's worse than ever. And why so angry, someone asked me. I had Tim Price, some fucking dick sucker. He goes, why are you so angry at the world, Dave? Okay, well, first of all, I've never ever said I was angry at the world. You know, they mock you and make fun of it. Then they accuse you of things that... I wondered what his motive was. You know what I got out of him? He thought that I went out with his girlfriend. He never bothered to ask me when you're younger. And holy fuck. The answer? No. It was so stupid. I didn't even remember it until he said it. We were up playing in the water up in Crystal Beach or Wasaga Beach. We were up north somewhere in one of the lakes. There's a whole bunch of us, right, from high school. And, I mean, I'm a suck in the cold water. There's all these guys out there acting tough. They're playing this volleyball shit in the water, and it's like, I went along with it at the beginning just to cool off in the water and sober up a bit, says shitface. So, they had one more round to do. Everyone else said, I don't know, and I was teamed up with his girlfriend. I thought, no, guys, Oh, come on, just one round, then that's all right, fine. Put her up on my shoulders. I felt so fucking gross. I was maybe 10 seconds. I grabbed her and put her down and said, get another guy. I've got to go in. I'm just too fucking cold. And I went in. I was creeped out by it. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but some girl has your boyfriend or your, at the time, a good friend's dick in her. You don't want that near your fucking face. And maybe I'm just a weirdo for that. But you know what? Getting to this age and learning the persona types of all the people that were around me as this growing, it's like, and yet look at this. Who's the dirty fuck now? Like, there's such twisted fucking priorities sometimes. And, fuck, I didn't mean to get on about this. My thought was about getting out to nature and building yourself a habitat. Just to survive right now, we're going to have to rely on resources that have already been cataloged and stored, okay? There's no underground bunkers for anyone unless you make one yourself. Resources are running out. We've hit to the point where the land is now fucked. The air is fucked. You're all getting diseases. We're on extinction level alert. Now, I laughed my head off about 25 years ago thinking, how the hell did I tell the world that? Then I found out there's a lot of other people thinking it, and slowly we're getting to the fore. So the information you get now, boys and girls, from the media is probably 20 to 30 years old. It is a billion times worse than your worst nightmare. I want to scare you. I want you to feel what it's like. But I'll never touch you. Ever. Even people that want me to sometimes, I won't go near. I'm repulsed by most of humanity. I find it awkward interfacing with other humans, if I'm even human to begin with. I got a rat back here that's fucking going squirrely on me. They're busy working, building their habitats. They don't go to school, but they all know how to eat and survive and do stuff. I don't know any humans that know how to build their own home. Oh, I built one. I hired this guy. But none of you ever built your own fucking home. And very few of you, very, very few, even have the talent necessary that you could. And of that group, there might be a handful, maybe, if that, that have ever built their own habitat completely. Oh, you bought the wood, then you didn't build it yourself. Oh, you bought the bricks, you didn't build it yourself. You bought the tiles. Oh, you were able to fucking mix ingredients. Aren't you a great chef? It's almost a mockery, really. It's an embarrassment to the human species. I really believed growing up that the species was a lot more intelligent than I can report at this point. That was an easy 23-minute fucking rant, all in one spot. It's the kind of thing you'd listen to, not watch. I'm doing it more for me, but I also know that we've got a couple people out there that actually watch some of these, and it has some meaning to them. Before I get on each time, I try and think about if there was someone out there identical to me, what would I want to hear? And you know what? That's what I babble. Let's get this loaded because it's already almost a half an hour. And when I get to anything over about 24, 25 minutes, it takes forever to upload. And it's already 2 in the morning. Fuck, I'm so discouraged with life. I just want to fucking pack it in.